Hello chess fans, this is Chess Gold with another famous position from the history of the game. A position you really must know if you call yourself a chess fan. This is a freaky one. This is the reigning world champion missing a mate in one move. This is Vladimir Kramnik, reigning world champion, playing a match against the Deep Fritz computer. It's the 27th of November 2006. The 90s and the noughties were the era when the strongest human players took on the strongest chess playing computer programs. After that it was no longer interesting because the computers became too strong, and before that it wasn't very interesting because the computers were very weak. So the 90s and the noughties was a good era for this matchup. Kramnik played the Deep Fritz 10 computer, a 6-game match which he lost 4-2. This is the second game, and this is the position after 32 knight takes a pawn on e6. Black is slightly better. I think Kramnik got really excited. He thought he had good winning chances here. What strikes is of course the pawns on a4 and b4, and that will give black some long-term potential, creating a passed pawn on the queen side. Kramnik played the best move. Bishop takes e3 check. Of course his rook is attacked, but now he's attacking white's rook. King h1 is the only move. And now, according to the computer, another computer, a more recent computer, the best move is rook to e8. And that's then black has a serious advantage according to the engine. And I'm sure Kramnik would have played this if he had seen the mate in one that he missed later. Kramnik took on c1, and of course the computer took on f8. And now the position is equal. What the logical outcome of this game would have been is king g8, knight g6, bishop takes b2, and now of course the a and b pawns look very dangerous. But there is a perpetual in the position. Knight e5 check, king h7, knight f8 check, king h8 only move, knight g6 check, and we have perpetual, and the game is a draw. That would have been a logical end of this game. But Kramnik thought he had winning chances, and he played the very strong move queen e3, which would have been a very strong move if not for the small detail of overlooking a mate in one. And let me read to you what one of the commentators who was there in the venue in Bonn in Germany in 2006, what he wrote. Kramnik played the move queen e3 calmly, stood up, picked up his cup and was about to leave the stage to go to his restroom. At least one audio commentator also noticed nothing, while Fritz operator Matthias Feist kept glancing from the board to the screen and back, hardly able to believe that he had input the correct move. Fritz was displaying mate in one, and when Matthias executed it on the board, Kramnik briefly grasped his forehead, took a seat to sign the score sheet and left for the press conference, which he dutifully attended. What a blow to the world champion, because what he had overlooked was this move, queen h7 mate. And another quote for you. Alexander Rochelle is quoted saying that this mating pattern with the white queen protected by a knight on f8 is extremely rare in chess. It's not one of the patterns that chess grandmasters automatically have in their repertoire. And this seems to be collaborated by a GM commentator in Bonn who also didn't see the mate, discussing white's options after queen e3. So that is an explanation for Kramnik missing a mate in one. I mean, how is it possible? Of course, if the knight had been on g5, there would have been no way that Kramnik would have missed queen h7 mate. But with the knight on f8, it was different. There is another explanation. Tim Krabbe, a great chess writer, he said that he didn't believe this explanation. He said a more logical one is that the knight arrived on f8 for other reasons than to attack the king. It went there to capture the rook. And he also said that mating pattern is not extremely rare. It's even the conclusion of a standard combination. So he says there's another reason. Of course, the knight went to f8 to capture the rook and not to threaten the mate on h7. And that's what threw Kramnik off. Either way, it is baffling that a world champion overlooks a mate in 1. And because of that, it is one of the famous positions from the game of chess. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel so you get notified when I post my next video. This is Chess Gold. Thank you for watching.